leaders. I just wanted to touch base with you again this week, and I want to talk to you about a couple of things. One, I want to talk to you about a different way that I delivered a presentation this week to a school and how that helped and how it was very easy. I think I've already emailed all that to you, but I want to make sure that you get those printed off and really walk through that, because it's a really, they go hand in hand very well, and that's the school pitch at your school document. It's in Google Drive, and also like a sample session. They work hand in hand, because the school at your school pitch, that document, as you're flipping those sheets, it just walks through what a lesson looks like with pictures, more so than description. But the sample session, you could be flipping that along with it to show them what a small talk looks like, or what the like challenge A and challenge B looks like, and then into showdown and wrap up and all that stuff. But it shows them the detail put in the session, in the sample session, and the pictures that make it come alive in the at your school pitch. So use those two documents together, and then that leave behind. That is a really good sheet to have printed out and to use, and it just fill in the dates for your season and all the information that you need. And when I went into the meeting, I just gave the principal that at the beginning and said, don't worry about writing anything down, I have it all for you. This is just a summary, a snapshot. It has our season dates, our registration, the action steps needed to take in order to move forward and get your school going for the fall. And she really appreciated that, because it was just another deep piece of detail there that she didn't have to worry about, and she was impressed with. So those three pieces at your school, I believe it's called, you'll be able to see it. It's a picture-based document that walks through a lesson, and then the sample session, and then a snapshot leave behind. Those three things are very cool and very easy to use as a walkthrough that I think I stayed under 10 minutes with. But I would encourage you to practice the delivery of that briefly, obviously before you go into a meeting. But that's a really cool set of tools right there that will help you go in without having to question yourself. A couple of other reasons for this video. One is to talk about an emailing system that will be clean and very credible when you're sending out things to schools, parents, whoever it may be. But I've done some research on Constant Contact versus MailChimp. MailChimp is right now it's free for us due to the quantity of emails that we would be sending out, versus Constant Contact. They're both very comparable. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but it's a very simple turnkey system. And what we're planning to do, and we're going to keep building this, is develop templates that look the same, feel the same, and you go in and you can fill in like specific things that make it your own. But we can have it to where it's easy to communicate with parents, schools. It's drafted up. I do encourage you to look at it once it's drafted, to just look and see how it fits your area. I don't want you to just use this exact template and blast it out. I'm going to have blank areas where you can fill in your contact information or a description of what you're specifically talking about, but you don't have to worry about just sending a personalized email. This is going to make it easier, and also I want everyone to use the same system. So I'll give you the password to the MailChimp account for Excel to Fitness, and that way everyone can start creating lists of specifics that they want. So just categorize it like Chicago parent list or South Carolina parent list. Just categorize it by your list, so we will know what's going on and whose list is whose. But you can do it for parents, you can do it for schools, like school contacts. You can make lists, create lists, so you can have an ongoing list for your benefit, and then you can use the templates and create a campaign. I would be very careful and do your homework on going through the process before you send out a campaign. Make sure that you're familiar with the layout and the titling of the email and all of that stuff. But you can do some practice runs on there, test it out. You can send test emails, all that stuff. Just get familiar with it. Go on MailChimp. actually you could go on there and you could even YouTube like MailChimp tutorial or something, just if you've never done it before, but go in there and get familiar with it. We're in the process of working through and adding templates for you to use, and we should have a couple up for you by early next week so that you can go ahead and send a more credible email out if you want to some schools that you're in touch with already or you're going to be in touch with. The last thing I want to talk to you briefly is about Facebook. Facebook is, I've kind of loosely handled that in the past where, get it going. Well, I've been sharing through Excel to Fitness' main Facebook page down to your chapter pages so that there's some activity, but that's something that you need to really consider because one, it shows if there's activity on there and you're reaching out to the schools in your area, you can like the schools in your area through that, and it's free. It's free to post and advertise on there with the pictures and stories and all this stuff. You can pay. We can start an advertising campaign on there, but from the beginning, it's free. It's something that you can do, and it just takes a little bit of effort and just creating more of a habit of posting things. I think you should be posting at least once or twice a week, if not more. And I've created a folder in Google Drive where you can pull pictures from if you don't have pictures of your own. But just stay around. If you don't have anything to post or don't know of anything to post, pull information from the website or anything else just describing whatever it be, core values, mission statements, how we do what we do, why we do what we do, all that stuff, and share stories on there. I mean, it's easy to start building up info and content on there to start using pretty regularly. But I've read some information, I've read some books on social media things, and I'm learning myself, but it's more about creating a habit and then consistently doing it. And there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing it in every area, because it pays dividends and it reflects on it's kind of a showcase piece for your chapter in your area of Excel to Fitness. And so get on there. If you're having issues, I know we're working on the whole system of how it looks and creating that whole platform of all of our pages. But if you're having issues with posting or being able to access this page, please just let me know. We're going to figure it out. That's something, though, I think you should just get used to doing, and you need to be doing it. As a chapter leader, chapter president, you need to be posting on Facebook to showcase your area, like the schools in your area, and